Hey folks, how we doing? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Dave Wildheart, and welcome to the place where we check out live musical performances. And this week we are checking out Charlie Daniels and his song The Long-Haired Country Boy, which he appears to be. Charlie Daniels was an American singer, musician, songwriter. He unfortunately died in 2020. His music fused rock, country, blues, and jazz, and was a pioneering contribution to southern rock and progressive country. That old thing. His number one country hit, The Devil Went Down to Georgia, which, of course, I and everyone else have heard. But I have not heard this one. I don't think I've heard anything else by him. I assume not because, Devil Went Down to Georgia, got big, was played on UK radio. Everything else that he made probably wasn't. For better or for worse? For worse, I think. Long-Haired Country Boy is a song by the Charles Daniels Band, released on their 1974 album. So this is from the 1970s, the late 70s, his performance. Not much information about it. Long-Haired Country Boy. I don't know who requested this, but thank you very much. You did. It looks like it's going to remind me of some of the Hank Williams Jr. stuff. Basically, how country listeners don't like the edgy, darker, more alcohol and drug infused side of country music, which by looks of it, Charlie was pretty into. I might be wrong. Let's go for it, guys. Who's this chap? Should I know him? How many collars has he got? That is, the 1970s had a certain look, but 2 collars.
Right now, an old boy that's home on any stage. He's at home on stage with the Rolling Stones in Memphis, or maybe Willie Nelson in Texas. Here is funky Charlie Daniels.
Funky.
1, 2, 3, 4. People say I'm no good, crazy as a loon. 'Cause I get stoned in the morning, I get drunk in the afternoon. Kinda like my old blue tick hound, I like to lay around in the shade. I ain't got no money, but I damn sure got it made. 'Cause I ain't asking nobody for nothing if I can't get it on my own. If you don't like the way I'm living, you just leave this long-haired country boy alone.
All right, so we are firmly in this kind of outlaw country style, right? Let's be honest, 70s outlaw country music. We again, this performance, clearly he's singing live, but there is obviously a band somewhere there, band or recording, it sounds like a band, which we don't see. And they did that a lot in these 70s and 80s performances, especially, I might say, on the American television shows. Probably on the English ones as well. We just don't have so many. So maybe that's what I'm talking about. But, come on. This guy is quite clearly one who talked the talk and walked the walk and then wrote songs about it. This type of hat seems to be taller than your average cowboy hat. Apologies if they're not called cowboy hats, but surely they are. But is there a meaning to the height of this hat? Was that just a style at the time, or is it a certain area? Or any hat experts, get in touch. It does remind me a lot of Hank Williams Jr.
Country boy alone.
Very low voice.
Preacher man talking on TV, putting down a rock and roll. Wants me to send a donation, 'cause he's worried about my soul. Said Jesus walked on the water, and I know that it's true. But sometimes I think that preacher man like to do a little walking too. But I ain't asking nobody for nothing.
What's that mean?
If I can't all alone.
Man, what a low register. The relationship between religion and country music is a funny old thing. I guess the two traditions go hand in hand, right? Because it does seem like there is a huge crossover between Christian beliefs and country music. But then there's always the guys, the outlaws, who are quite clearly not of that persuasion, no? And well, maybe he is, but he's definitely talking about a preacher here saying how much of a problem rock and roll music is. And he said, he said, Jesus walked on the water, and I know that's true. Okay, so he is, oh no, that's what the preacher said. Oh no. So is he saying he is religious as well? He is saying that. So he is a religious guy. It's a funny old thing, these lyrics, isn't they? But then he says, sometimes I think that preacher man would like to do a little walking too. And does that mean straying off the path of Christian living, as in into his own alcohol, ladies, drugs, into a different route? Is that what he's talking about? I guess he's just complaining about the false idols rather than the religion itself. A preacher on TV just asking for money, complaining about rock and roll. Yeah, that doesn't particularly sound like the true ethics of Christianity. Not that I know what I'm talking about.
A poor girl wants to marry, a rich girl wants to flirt. A rich man goes to college and a poor man goes to work. Drunkard wants another drink of wine and the politician wants a vote. I don't want much of nothing at all, but I will take another toll. But I ain't asking nobody for nothing if I can't get it on my own. You don't like the way I'm living, you just leave this long-haired country boy alone.
Wow. I like that line. I don't want much of nothing, but I will take another tug. Maybe that's why his follow-up music didn't get maybe as much attention as The Devil Went Down to Georgia, because The Devil Went Down to Georgia is such a catchy song with such a crazy cool story and all these breakdowns like the fiddle, and I don't know what the breakdowns are. Is it fiddle or banjo? I don't know. Or guitar, all that stuff. That is such a unique song. And then this one is, it's a plod. It's a steady plod. There's not much to it. There's no real changes. Verse, chorus, verse, chorus, verse, chorus. And it's this kind of steady country outlaw plod. And he's talking a lot about, complaining about, he just wants to kick back and have a smoke. And maybe that wasn't what they wanted to be playing on the radios at the time. I don't know. It's interesting, because nowadays you can sing about anything and get it quite easily into people's ear holes. But back then maybe he wasn't singing about the right things to get onto the right places. But he was clearly on this show, which is DCP. I don't know what show this is. Anyone know what show this is? I liked it. I mean, I'm not going to really listen to it again. I like his message. I like his style. I like his attitude of doesn't give a flying quack. Any other Charlie Daniels we need to check out? There must be a cool video of a live performance of The Devil Went Down to Georgia. Surely we should do that on here. Let me know if there is. Other than that, I'll see you in the next one.